I just realized in my last video I actually forgot to play the intro before the video. So, cue the intro. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and continuing on my series of talking about my collection of Tamiya RCs. Today we will be focusing on the Datsun 240z 1971 Safari Rally winner. Let's go straight into it. So this is the Datsun 240z 1971 Safari Rally car. So sitting on top of a DF-03ra in the short wheelbase setup. This is one of my favorite cars I think that I have built so far. It's all box art. I tried to make it as accurate as possible to the real thing. It's not too difficult to build. The car itself is already so nice looking, but to me it did a really good job as usual with the actual body shell itself. Looks nice from all angles. It has nice chromed plastic parts for the bumpers. This you can actually put LEDs as well inside, but unfortunately I didn't have enough spare LEDs at home in the workshop, so I decided just to put them in the main headlights and just leave these empty for now. Maybe in the future I'll install some lights in there as well. Okay, so this is the chassis itself. This is the DF-03ra, as I mentioned before. So this is actually based off a DF-03 chassis, which is a buggy chassis. So it's a four-wheel drive, shaft-driven chassis. It's a rear motor, but aside from, the buggy version just has longer arms, longer dampers obviously, and the wishbones are different and the suspension parts are slightly different, but everything else is pretty much the same. Ball diffs front and back, which kind of tells you that this is a high-ish end chassis when it came out. It also includes ball bearings. Pretty good deal, I think, compared to what you get nowadays. They say that it's not the best designed rally chassis, or it's not robust, but I think as long as you keep everything scale, if you race it or if you drive it on a track that has scale jumps and not too many obstacles and rocks, I think this car would do pretty fine. I've only tested it in front of my house, so nothing too crazy. It handles really nice. I really enjoy driving it. I kind of want to take it to a proper rally track, but I'm not sure if I should do that, given that it's an old chassis. But I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to do that, especially with the shell. Although that is also probably not recommended because it's a really nice shell that is hard to find nowadays. So if I ruin it, it's going to be hard to replace. Speaking about that, so when I got this car, the body shell that was included in this was actually the Mitsubishi Evolution 5 rally car, but when I bought this, I actually bought it only for the body shell. So the original shell went on to the XV01 that I have, which I'll cover in a different video, and I was gonna sell the chassis, but no one was picking it up, and eventually I didn't have any projects at the time, and I kind of was tempted to, I'll just build it for the heck of it, since I've never actually built a DF-03, for the experience. So I did, and as I was building it, the more I kind of liked it, I felt that it was a really nice chassis. I decided to get a proper shell for it, and just so happened to be I found one of these available, although it was not in the best condition, because when I got it, kind of crushed on the rear, a bit damaged, but it happened to be that the extent of it actually looks pretty scaled. So, it adds to kind of the realism of this particular shell. So for the wheels themselves, these are aftermarket, not Tamiya branded. I don't believe that it has any brand. They came in white. I just spray painted them black, make it look a little bit more like the wheels that came with the original kit, as well as I got some bigger rally tires here just to add to that vintage look and feel. The shell itself doesn't come with any side view mirrors, so I decided to add another, an aftermarket piece. I think it's from Sideways RC. It's not entirely accurate, but I think it kind of represents something you would see in the early 70s late 60s cars. As well as I added some plastic windshield wipers. These are from Tamiya, from the touring body accessories kit, I think. You know, again, just to add a little bit more realism to this really, really nice shell. By the way, this is probably one of the more surprisingly difficult bodies to paint. The bonnet you had to kind of mask out to paint black from the inside. Versus the red over here, but for some reason, you know, it's kind of hard to mask it from the inside for some of these areas. But I think, or at least I hope, I did a pretty decent job on it. I mean, let me know in the comments below what you think about this car. Should I run this, or should it just, you know, stay on the shelf and be pretty? Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. Hope it didn't take up too much of your time, and I appreciate any likes, comments, and definitely subscriptions if you haven't yet done so. Stay safe and have fun. I'll see you in the next video.